Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry Lawrence, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to make it through any hard situation. If you are struggling, if you don't see the light, this is the episode for you, and make sure to stay tuned to the very end because we're going to take a deep, healing, meditative breath to help us align on this message and move forward throughout the day. So, perspective is everything. When you have a positive mindset, you're able to perceive the good, the love, the forgiveness, the abundance, the joy, any of those positive energies in every situation. When you understand that everything exists at once, meaning in your situation, there's good, bad, love, joy, hurt, pain, it's all there. In fact, somebody that's struggling with depression, anxiety, negativity, like those type of things, loss, limited beliefs, whatever it is, they are able to perceive that in almost any situation. You know that person that no matter what they're going through, they seem to find the worst of it. They seem to find the lack of it. They seem to find the hurt in it. And it's not that they're wrong, those things do exist in their situation, but for some reason they can't see the abundance. They can't see the love. They can't see the joy. And you're looking at their situation saying, hey, but look, you have this. And then they always bring it down. They say, well, this is a problem too. It's because their perception is stuck on those things. Building a positive mindset shifts your perspective into what it is that you desire. Positive frequencies, love, joy, abundance, forgiveness, joy, all of those are high frequencies, and your ability to perceive them will equal your ability to receive them. So, an example of a tool, a method that you can use is gratitude. We've talked about how you can connect to that. But another one is just shifting your perspective. You see, perspective can be looked at forwards, backwards, up, down, inward, outward, outside of you. Perspective can be anything because you are the perceiver of your experience. When you have thoughts, you can't be those thoughts because you're even the perceiver of those thoughts. You observe them. So your observation, how you perceive, it's how you experience. So if you did something differently in your past, I know you've got one of those things where you think, oh, if I'd have started investing just 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 1 year ago, or if I'd have started exercising, if I started eating healthy when such and such did this, if I'd have started studying when so and so did, I'd be here. We can see it in the past where if we'd have done those things, how it would affect our today. That's a negative perspective because you're seeing the lack. You're seeing what you could have done and what you didn't get. A positive perspective would be going forward and realizing, oh, I will exist 10 years from today. So what could I do now that 10 years from today I would benefit from? Gosh, if I really stuck to my diet today, 10 years from today, or 2 years from today, or 1 year today, I'll be really thankful that I did it. I'll have a lot of positive view of myself today. If I go back to school today, I'll have a lot of positive view of myself. If I start my hustle today, my side business, my exercise, my whatever it is, if I start doing that today, 2, 3, 4, 10 years from now, I'll have so much gratitude for me now. And so if a future you would have love for what you do today, then you can have love for what you're doing today. And I know that might be difficult. You're thinking, well, I don't have any of those things. I'm broke. I don't have any friends. School is tough. Work is hard, or I don't have a job, or I'm sick. I'm going through these things. Like you can see all the negatives today, but tomorrow will come. Your energy cannot be destroyed. Your soul, your spirit will continue forever. So when you lead with that, like what things are in alignment with my spirit, my calling, my positive self? Well, it's certainly not destructive habits. It's certainly not doing things that don't empower yourself. It's always a state of being. You see, if you want to be wealthy, that's an external desire. If you want to be in the wealth frequency, meaning abundance, then it's an action, a thought process. It's not actually having to do with anything in your vicinity. It doesn't matter how much is in your bank account. It doesn't matter how many cars you have. It doesn't matter because all of those things are external and you will not take them with you. Yes, they can be enjoyable. You can have fun with them. You can love them. They can be great. But they won't give you fulfillment. True fulfillment comes with aligned thought, aligned speaking, aligned receiving, listening, and aligned action. Now, you may not know what it is that you want to become. So start with just finding the love into things. So think about this. What do you wish you'd have done 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? And you might think, well, those aren't opportunities anymore. Well, something is. You can start eating better today. You can start practicing positive actions today, whether that's journaling, listening to the podcast, meditating. You can start doing all of those. You can start speaking in a high frequency today. You can start thinking in I am love, I am joy, I am abundance today. And you might say, well, I may not live 10 years, or I might not have this, or this, da, da, da. You can think about all those things, but it's the state of being. If you could have been thankful for something you did in the past, then you can be thankful for the actions that you take today. It's about perspective shift. In the previous episode, I talked about that, about stepping into an ability to find the good, that it's not easy at first if you've been thinking a certain way, but the more you exercise that ability, that strength, the better you'll get at it. The same as with shifting your perspective. The more you spend time in prayer, in meditation, visualizing a future you're showing gratitude for yourself today, the easier it'll become. The easier you'll be able to connect the two things. The easier it'll be to say and do something positive and then feel the gratitude of what you're becoming. Because eventually a week will go by. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Think about how long have you been thinking, okay, I'm going to start my diet tomorrow. It's probably been months or years. How long are you thinking, well, I'm going to start saving, I'm going to start investing, I'm going to start blank? It's so easy to see what we don't have. In fact, I was a victim to this just today. I've been watching the crypto markets for a long time, and I at one point had some good investments in it, and I pulled them out because it was down, and I put it into something else, and now I'm seeing it up, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I missed out. It's already too much. It's already too high. I don't have the money to invest like I did then, whatever the reasons that start going in my head. But a year from now, 2 years from now, would I want myself to have positive investment habits? Would I want myself to have positive financial literacy? Yes. So study the thing. Do the thing. It may not be at the capacity at which you can, but you can do it. Tony Robbins said this, and it always stuck to me. If you can't give 10 cents out of a dollar, whether we're talking about money or action or love, speak, whatever it is, if you can't give 10% of something small, you definitely won't give 10% of something large. And that's what we do. We see somebody that has maybe a large sum of money, and then they give a large sum of money, and they think maybe they're worth $10 million, and they give 500,000 or $1 million. When you think, well, yeah, but they've got $9 more million. I would do that if I had it. The size of the thing isn't what matters. It's what the size of it is to you. If you only have $1 and you give 10 cents of it, that's a lot. If you only have a couple positive thoughts and you only give one of your positive energy away, that's a lot. If you're tired and you don't have energy to give, but yet somehow you find your way in giving something, that's a lot. Maybe you can't do it on the scale that you wish to today. But I promise 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 years from now, you'd wish you'd have started and planted that seed. Because you recognize, you look back and gosh, if I'd have planted that seed 10 years ago, I'd have a tree right now. If I'd have done this, I would have this. And maybe you're young and you don't have that 10-year window yet. Maybe you're 20, and so 10 years ago you'd have been 10. And you're like, well, I couldn't have started this then. Well, 10 years from now, you're going to be 30. So now is your time to plant those seeds. You can't say that you didn't know. You listened all the way through this message. You can't say that you didn't have the opportunity. I can't say I didn't know. I can't say that I didn't have an idea, a vision of what it could be. When you envision something small and then continue to scale it with your growth, it's doable. If you say, I'm going to receive $1 million, you might in the back of your head think that's impossible. So it goes away from you. But if you look at your bank account and say, I'm going to save up $1,000, there'll be $1,000 in my saving. Before you know it, you'll have it. Then you can move to 2, to 5, to 10, to 20, to $1 million. But it starts with that initial one. So practice perspective. Practice your ability to move forward, inward, upward, downward, backward, so that you can see the love, so you can see the joy in every situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath, and we're going to use this moment to move our perspective. So when you breathe in, move yourself to the future. Visualize yourself. Stay where you're at, but visualize yourself moving away. Your energy, your soul. See yourself there. As you hold your breath, think about the one thing that you're thankful for that you started today and never stopped. Whether it's financial, love, health, whatever it is, look back and be so thankful for that. Watch yourself do it today. And then as you exhale, allow any limiting belief that's stopping you to leave you. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. and out. I hope you felt that. I hope you felt that ability to expand, to see, to visualize, to love, because it's with you every single day. I promise, if every single day you write your intentions for the day, your intentions for you, you speak it into your things, into the world, into everything, and you use your ability to see things from different angles, different timelines, different altitudes, different lows to find the love, you'll become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And if you're someone that's been listening, that's been watching, that wants to make the shift, this is your time. If you think that working with somebody like myself one on one would help you stay focused, hold you accountable to what it is that you want to do, now is your chance. As far as my plan is, I will be doing coaching up until the end of the year. After that, I probably will not be taking one-on-one coaching for a while. There's a lot of exciting things going on for 2025 that all of you will get to be part of. But if you want that one-on-one opportunity, this is probably, at least in this capacity, the last time. The easiest way to reach out to me is via Instagram. So that's at RealHenryG, or my email at henry@vibeabundant.com. That's Henry, Henry, at vibeabundant.com. Even if it's just to say hi, I appreciate it. I love commuting with everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.